Good morning, children. Today we are going to study about the refraction of light through prism. Alright, so first we are going to learn about refraction. Refraction we had studied before in the previous video, please do check. It is the bending of light or the deviation of light when it moves from one medium to another medium. Now here suppose this is my prism. What is it? Now prism is usually made up of glass and it is a transparent thick glass body. Now how many surfaces does it have? It looks like this. So it has one refracting surface, two refracting surfaces. So here when light comes and strikes this prism, what happens to the path of light? Does it deviate? We will learn about that. But first we will see how many surfaces does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4 and the base 5. So total 5 surfaces for this prism. However, these two are the most important where we are going to study about the refraction of light. This is of not much consequence. Okay. However, the angle between these two refracting surfaces is called the angle of prism, which is of great importance. We were going to learn about it. Now when I draw this on the board, how does that look like? So the front part is a triangle. Okay, and this is the side surface. Alright. On the other side, there should be the other surface. So it looks somewhat like this. Alright. However, now we are going to learn when we are just going to, not the three-dimensional, we are just going to do the two-dimensional figure. So what happens to the path of light? I would rather draw a big one. Okay, now here when the light, suppose the light is coming from here. This is my incident ray, right? Now the incident ray should have ideally moved in this path, that is the straight path. The light should have gone this way, but since it has changed the medium, the light bends. Now I will draw a normal over here. Okay, I will draw a normal and we will see how the light bends. So let us name it as M. Okay, now we will see that instead of going like this, the light bends towards the normal because we know the refractive index of glass is more, okay, or it is a more optically denser medium. So it moves towards the normal, right? Now, if I draw another normal over here, okay, what we will see, now here again this is coming from glass to air, so there will be a second refraction, and this ray ideally should have gone like this, right? But instead now it bends away from the normal. See, there is a second deviation that is happening, that instead of going like this, it is moving away from the normal and it is moving towards the base. Now often the question comes that, how is the emerging, what is the direction of the emergent ray? The emergent ray always moves towards the base of the prism. Okay, now if I draw this line backwards, what do I see? That they meet at a point, okay? And this point here, the angle that is formed, this is my angle of deviation, which I write it as delta. Alright, and as I said, this is my angle of the prism A. Now let me name it. It is O. Let us say this is P. This is Q. This is R. So OP, incident ray, PQ, refracted ray, QR, emergent ray. Alright, now this angle that it makes is the angle of incidence. Alright, is the angle of incidence, and I name it I1. Now, what is this one? This is the angle of emergence, right, with the normal angle of emergence. Now this angle of emergence, I name it as I2. Correct? Now here, what will be this angle? This is my refracted angle of refraction, so I name it as R1. And this is again R2. Right? So these are the few things that we will keep it in mind before we start the mathematical derivation to find the angle of derivation. Now, so how much is this one, children, if you ever think about it? This one therefore will be, if this is vertically opposite, this one will be I1 minus R1. Likewise, this part of this triangle, let us name it MNOPS, let us name it. So this angle SQP, this angle will be again I2 minus R2, the remaining part, right? Now we will start with the derivation. Now see, if I take this quadrilateral, we know that the opposite angles of the quadrilateral is equal to 180 degree. So let us take this as theta, right? Now what do I see? That A plus theta is equal to 180 degree. Correct? This plus this, 180 degree. Now in triangle PQM, what do I say? R1 plus R2 plus theta is equal to 180 degree. I can say this. Now please remember, these are all angles, but I am not giving the angle sign. Okay. So I can say R1 plus R2 is equal to 180 minus theta. Right? Now what is 180 minus theta? From here I can derive it is angle A, or the angle of the prism. So I can write R1 plus R2 is equal to A. I hope it is clear. Now I take in triangle SPQ, the above triangle, SPQ. In triangle SPQ, I see this is the external angle, delta. So what is the formula we know? That one external angle is equal to two opposite internal angle. So I can write from here. Now what is this? I1 minus R1, yes, plus I2 minus R2, opposite internal angles. So one external angle is equal to two opposite internal angles. Or from here I can write I1 plus I2, yes, minus R1 plus R2. Quite right. Now what is the value of R1 plus R2? A. I can write this, right? Now we will see when there is minimum deviation or the angle of incidence is maximum, we find that angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. Okay, both are equal. So I can write here instead that delta, or the angle of deviation, is equal to 2I minus A. This is the mathematical derivation to show the relationship between the angle of derivation, that is how much light is deviated, and its relationship with the angle of the prism. Okay, thank you children.